Hi everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, whichever time zone you're joining from. My name is Apneetha. I recently graduated from the University of Southern California. I did my computer science. I got my master's degree from USC, and this is my story. So I have a So my background was in computer science. I got my bachelor's degree from a university called Christ University back in Bangalore, India, and then I decided to do my master's. uh, the main reason I chose to do my master's was I knew that there was a gap between my knowledge and what the industry requires, and I thought I'd require a master's degree to fill that gap. So that's why I applied to universities, and then I was so happy that I got into USC because USC has one of the finest programs for computer science. And then let's get into the shocking part of being an international student and your life here at at the US. So this is my story. I was very excited to move to the United States in 2022. I used to live in California before. My parents were on their H-1B visas here. So I specifically wanted to come to California to relive my memories. So I only applied for California universities. And as soon as I landed, I was pretty sure that I wanted a summer internship. So I remember, I was August is when I was landed in the United States, and I started applying for a summer internship in December. And believe me when I tell you, I was late for applying for summer internships. There are people in my university who are very proactive, and then they started applying as soon as they landed. My roommate did that, and now she's in a very big man company. Uh, the only difference I could tell you is many of the summer internships open up in July and August. Like all the fintechs open up in July and August, all the man companies open up in July and August, and I was unaware of that. So for next summer, if you want an internship in one of these big tech companies, they're open right now. So you guys better hurry up and definitely apply to all the fintech companies. So I unfortunately could not land a summer internship because I will show in the next slides how bad my resume was and the reasons why looking back right now, I wouldn't hire myself if that is the resume that I put out. I had good names. Like I worked in very good tech companies back in India. I was working in Fortune 500 companies, so I had good names. And I was going to USC is a reputed company. I thought just the names of the universities and the companies would land me a job, but unfortunately, that was not the case. Then I landed my first co-op at my university called TPUSC. Then right now, I'm very happy to say that I'm interning in a company called Nile Studios, and I'll continue sharing my story. So this is the resume that I applied to when in December. And as soon as you see it, there are so many red flags here. Uh, if there's no alignment, there are no keywords, there's no numbers. Uh, there are good companies like LG. Everyone knows LG, and I did good work in LG and S&P Global. It's like a very good fintech company. So they were good companies, and this is just like the top thing. I had a two-page resume. I didn't want to like include, and so I was all over the place to be honest. And this resume got me into like good companies back in India, but not here. So that's the difference that I wanted to mention here. Uh, so one big red flag is here, you see there's no alignment for June and March. That was the biggest red flag. I just wrote few bullet points, but there are no numbers. It's not showing the impact that I gave in that particular internship. I never highlighted any tools kits that I have. So we can right away see the red flags in my resume, right? And this was like, I think the first 1 month into my internships, but I quickly changed it. This was just like, I think maybe 15 days with this resume. I knew I was not getting any callbacks and I quickly changed it, but I wanted to show you that it's okay. You learn from your mistakes, and let's go into the other important things of how to frame your resume. Each and every bullet point on your resume, it really matters. You need to have what are you working on, why are you working on, and what's the impact. So these three are the points that each of your bullet points should have. Uh, I learned this when I went to the Grace Hopper conference, and that's for a conference for women in tech in the United States. It happens in different years, but it showed me the importance of having these 3 points. Every bullet point should always have this. Why are you doing that? Why are you using that particular technology? What are you using that particular technology for? And after you use the technology, what is the impact of the work? So these 3 points are very important. Believe me when I say you need to have that. And make sure that you have a personal website if you guys are in any domain. So I am from a computer science background. You need to have a website. You need to show your projects. It differentiates you from others. There'll be hundreds of thousands of students applying, and having a website for yourself and having like a personal mark for yourself will definitely like elevator talk, right? Like it's like a 1 minute talk that you have to tell any like interviewer. So it definitely helps you if you have a personal website. You can just pull it up and show your projects or something like that. Then I would say oversell yourself. Let's say you did this much work in a company, uh, like just oversell it. Show the real impact of whatever you're doing. Like just I would say, don't be shy. Don't feel like, oh, I don't fumble, don't feel shy, just be confident. Just oversell yourself. That's very important, and network. One of the reasons I got this internship was through networking. One of my manager, like I was, as you know, international students we do on campus. One of my on-campus manager, I was a TA, and her friend was the owner of the company of the startup that I'm working in right now. Then I networked, we interviewed together. He saw my resume and he was like, "Oh wow, let's see." Then he brought me into the team after several rounds of interviews. That's how I got in. So definitely network. I just told my manager, I'm struggling to find a job. I need something right now. And she was like, "Oh, I know this person who might be able to help you." And he was the owner of the company. And it's a very good company right now. And that was like, that's how I landed through networking. Share your story. Don't feel afraid to not ask for help when you require it. That's what I would say. Then this is a very important slide that I wanted to share. So back when I was applying for summer internships, I went to this conference, as I mentioned, called Grace Hopper University, Grace Hopper Conference. It's a conference for women in tech. I would definitely recommend you to go to this conference because it gave you a lot of insights. Like, and I would say definitely that's one of the reason I got a lot of callbacks. Uh, so I met like a hiring manager there and a team lead who told me that if you want to get into the man companies, you need to have all the keywords on the job description on your resume because they have thousands of students applying, right? And even if you have a 98% ATS match, they're not going to call you because there might be another student who has a 100% match. So brutally, so this recruiter and the team lead were from Tesla, and they told me that the only way you can get a good callback from like a person is going to reach out to you from a man company is when you have a 100% ATS match, and that is where F1 Hire comes into the picture. It will give you all the keywords from the resume job description. You don't have to sit and like look for all the keywords. It's as soon as you use this extension, you get all the keywords that are there, and you can quickly put them on your resume and apply. And I know that I my story is that I applied for 1,000 jobs for summer internships, and I think I almost lost track after 1,500 for my full time. I was like, I can't keep an Excel sheet for more than 1,500. I was like, that's not going to happen right at that point. But from all those, what I've learned is that go quality over quantity. 1,500 is a huge amount of jobs, but more than quantity, go for quality. If you see that there's a company in which, oh, this is my dream company, I want to get into it, then make sure that you just apply for that company maybe that day, but make sure that you have 100% keyword match. Make sure that you have a tailored resume, a tailored cover letter, and believe me, you will get callbacks. And I am like a testimony, I would say I do get callbacks right now after learning all of these, and I really wish that I learned this before so that I could have not wasted my time. But just go quality over quantity. Don't go on the numbers, go on the quality of the resume, go on the ATS. I would not say go like for every resume that you apply to like a personal like don't tailor your resume for each and everything, but you'll have some dream jobs, right? That you're like, oh wow, if I get this into this company, my life would change. For those, just put a little more effort and make sure you have a 100% keyword match. Make sure you have a cover letter. It'll definitely make a change. Uh, and that's all I had. I hope that my story helps you, and thank you.